Hello! So today in this video I'm going to be talking about these two books. Again, I talked about them yesterday in my video yesterday, which was a spoiler-free review about A Storm of Swords, Part 1 and Part 2, or just the full book, by George R. R. Martin, which is the third book in A Song of Ice and Fire. So that video was a spoiler-free review. Today I'm going to be doing a spoiler review of them, like just a discussion that's full of spoilers, just to talk to you guys about these books and how amazing and crazy they were. So yes, if you have not read this book and you don't want them to be spoiled completely, then do not watch this video. Watch this video after you've read these books, because you will be spoiled hard. Just hard. So yes, go watch the video from yesterday if you want to see what I think about these books in a spoiler-free way. So yes, let's get on, because I have a lot of stuff to say, and also I have my laptop right here with my notes to prompt me about this book, because I have a lot to say. Like, there's a lot of notes, and yeah, so I'm gonna go character by character and just kind of talk about them. And yeah, let's begin. The first character I'm going to talk about is Jaime. Jaime in this book, Jaime Lannister, has really become one of my favorite characters. He has really grown so much, and I really like the way that he's grown. He's become vulnerable because of his stump situation, and also because of Brienne. Brienne really showed his vulnerability, and the fact that there could have been some sparks going on there is really, I'm just like thumbs up for that. Like, I want him to get up the Cersei train. First of all, because, you know, incest. Secondly, because I don't like Cersei. No, get away from her. She's bad for you. I want him to move away. Move away to Brienne of Tarth. Brienne, I don't know. But yeah, I'm probably going to butcher all the names that I say in this video, so I apologize in advance. I might even get some names wrong, but hopefully you will understand what I'm saying. So I really like the way that his character developed. I think his character really developed a lot in this book. He really changed a lot, or it was just revealed so much more to me, and I really like him. He's awesome. I can't wait to see what happens to him next. Next is Tyrion. Tyrion Lannister, Jaime's brother. I felt so sad for him. So many bad things were happening to him, especially at the start. He was just so down and so weak. And, you know, he'd done so well in the second book, and now to be, you know, just down, he had to claw his way up, but as much as he tried, so many bad things kept on happening to him. The fact that Joffrey his death was accused on Tyrion, and then also the thing that he found out about his first wife, who wasn't actually a whore. Spoiler alert! Actually, no, this whole video is a spoiler alert, so I shouldn't be saying, I don't know why I just shouted that out. It was a big thing to be revealed, I think. And it was really sad when, like, Jaime told Tyrion, and then Tyrion lied to Jaime and told him that he killed Joffrey when he didn't. I was like, no! Don't do that, brotherly love being ruined! Stop it! It's so bad. And then when he found his father, Tywin, who was in bed with Shay, her name is Shay, right? I feel like I'm getting that wrong. But when he found her in bed with Shay, who was his girlfriend / whore, I don't know, that was shocking. I was like, Tywin has sex with people? Whoa. Mind blown. I was not expecting that, and it was crazy. And then Tyrion killed him, and I was like, whoa. I was just shocked. I was not expecting that, and I really think it's interesting to think about what's going to happen next in King's Landing, because Tywin, I think, is like the man to just hold things together. The king is gone, Joffrey is gone, now it's up to Tommen and his mother Cersei to rule, and Tyrion, who was kind of holding things together in book 2, is gone, and so now basically all that's left to lead, I guess, King's Landing is Tommen, his mother Cersei, and his father, Jaime. It's kind of like a family almost, which is weird, and they're all that's left, and I don't think that they can hold it together. So I think King's Landing is kind of vulnerable now, and I think it'd be open to some kind of attack, which is good. I would be looking forward to that, although I would really like to see how Jaime steps up to the plate. Maybe, I don't know what he would do. Maybe it would be take some control or something, or maybe Cersei would take control. That would really not be happy for me. Would not be happy. That would just, it would suck. The next thing I want to talk about, before I move off of Tyrion, Sansa. I need to talk about Sansa and the fact that they got married. I was so annoyed at that. It was so annoying, first of all, because I was like, more Sansa. Just no, just get away from Sansa. Leave her, she can die. I mean, I would really like to see her grow and become not stupid and, you know, just accepting of everything and so gullible. But at the same time, every time it gets to her chapter, I'm like, how many pages is this? It got interesting with the Littlefinger stuff, but it was still just, ugh, just really, really, we're gonna talk about you for more. Also talking about Littlefinger, Lisa, I don't know, Lady Lysa, who gets married to Littlefinger. She killed Jon Arryn, and that was like, whoa, whoa, can't believe that was revealed. I'm so happy that there's like kind of a progress happening where storylines are actually being concluded for us. Finally, finally something has actually been revealed, and we've like, I mean, I feel like other things have been revealed, but this is the thing we've been waiting for since book one. I even forgot about it. I was just shocked. And I was kind of just like, oh, and by the way, BT Dubs, Jon Arryn was killed by his wife, so there's that. I really am interested to see what happens with Littlefinger and Sansa. I think that storyline's going to get more interesting and make her more interesting, and hopefully she will grow, because he, I think, is really, really intelligent and really insightful, and she is not. I thought it was really kind of almost hilarious that the two people that got married, well, lots of people got married, and weddings are not good in this book, but the two people that got married, or the people that got married, Sansa and Tyrion, they are like opposites. Tyrion is smart and insightful and perceptive and realizes that people are horrible, and Sansa does not realize that. She is so far from realizing that. I mean, she's kind of getting it, but then still she goes back to her fairy tale thing that she has going on, which I really hate, and she needs to stop being such a fool and grow up. And oh my gosh. And Joffrey! How did I forget about Joffrey? I kind of just skipped over it. Went to like Littlefinger. Joffrey dying was like, oh my gosh, we need to celebrate, you guys. It was just, I'm so happy. I wish it had lasted longer, to be honest. That was the first thing I thought after he died. I was like, I wish that he had died longer, or that, I don't know, someone in the Stark family had actually seen him die. I mean, Sansa kind of saw him die, but she didn't really see him die. I wanted, like, everyone just be watching him die. Does that sound cruel? Maybe it does. I don't know. I should probably not be that excited about him dying, but you know what? He deserved it. Out of every character in the book, he absolutely deserved it. He was the only character in this book who was, like, not good and bad, that didn't have good and bad parts to him. He was just bad. He was crazy bad. Just terrible. So yeah. Davos of Seaworth, or something, I don't know, Davos the Smuggler. He was introduced in the last book in A Clash of Kings, and I kind of liked him a little bit, but I didn't really find him that interesting, because Stannis wasn't really that interesting, because Melisandre had like become a part of that storyline yet. But once she became a part of that storyline, and once Stannis started to be kind of interesting and nice, and he actually seems like he might be the best choice for king, because, you know, he seems honest and honorable, and I don't know, there's Slim Pickens around. I don't even know who's left. Tommen is too young to be king, and Cersei, I do not want her to rule Queen Regent. That just isn't gonna happen, and Daenerys is so far away. Just get to Westeros already. But yeah, Stannis really started to be someone that I liked in this book, and also Davos, because of that, became more interesting, and also just because him as a character just became more awesome and interesting. The fact that he was learning how to read, I was like, yes, please. That's awesome. Self-improvement in a character is always great. Like, self-character development, amazing. He just started to become interesting to me and just awesome. And also, do you guys ship Melisandre and Davos together? I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like they would be an interesting, I mean, that would be weird, and it probably wouldn't happen, because that's, I mean, Melisandre, like, she's just crazy. Also, well, I mean, she's not really crazy, because it seems like R'hllor, or her god person that she worships, is the one that actually has some power, in the whole book. So I don't know, maybe she's not crazy. Maybe she has it together. Maybe everyone else is crazy, worshipping just the statues of the Seven gods, who I find really interesting, by the way. But yeah, Davos really started to become really awesome to me in this book series, or this book. And I actually was looking forward to his chapters. Like, his chapters were one of my favorites of the book. The next person I want to talk about is Bran. He wasn't thoroughly interesting, but I did really like his chapters. I liked where they were going. And I really want to see how this thing where he can get into Samra's head, and also into like Hodor's head and other people's head, and like control them, or feel what they're feeling. I really want to see where that goes, and The next book is called A Feast for Crows, and I really want to see how, because he's going to find the three-eyed crow, so maybe that has something to do with that, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I'm really interested to see where that goes. It's gonna be awesome, I'm thinking, and probably will because it's George R. R. Martin. But yeah, and then also, when he saw John, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, come together, please. But no, they didn't come together. No. And now Bran is like on the wall or just past the wall or something, and he's hiding the fact that he's there from John. And it's like, why? I know that you don't, he's not gonna tell anyone. I want them to be together because they're like finally some kind of Stark reunion. Speaking of Stark reunions, Caitlin. Caitlin was my least favorite character probably from this book. One of my least favorite characters, just because she just, I don't know, she seems stale at this point. I mean, I understand her, I understand what she's going through. I don't actually understand what she's going through, but I like her kind of as a character. She's a good person, but she's boring and just annoying, and she doesn't like John. That's a major factor in me not liking her. But the Red Wedding, you guys. The Red Wedding, when she was supposed to have died, but she didn't because she came back in the epilogue. I was shocked. I was like, whoa, you're back, and you're just like Beric, and you're with Beric, and I don't remember Beric Bolton? I don't know, but the person who keeps on coming back to life. I was like, what are you doing back alive? I thought you were dead because you weren't that interesting, and she was back, and I was like, what's gonna happen now? At least Arya has a mother. That's what I got out of the epilogue. But yeah, Robb died. I was kind of a little bit sad about that, but not that much, because he wasn't really in the book that much. By the way, where is Rickon? Is he dead? Like, I don't think he's dead, but did he die without me noticing or something? Like, was there a chapter about him or something like that? I don't know, but he's just gone. Never to be seen again. But yeah, so the Red Wedding, you guys, it was just, it was so terrible, but the thing that made it absolutely past everything else was when the direwolf was killed and his head was sewn onto Robb's body. That was just, reading that was just, I can't even talk about it. It was just so bad. It really, like, Robb can die, but maybe his direwolf can go free, please? But no. Like, I care more about the direwolf than I do about Robb, but yeah, that was just so bad and so unexpected and shocking. John was so interesting in this book. Just all his storylines on, like, with the wildlings and how he became their friends, and Ygritte, I think that's how you say her name. She was awesome. I really liked them together, and I was so sad when she died, and it was just, it was so sad. I really liked them together. They were awesome, and yeah, that whole thing in the cave, that whole scene was just where, I don't even know if I can talk about it because it's inappropriate kind of, but that thing about him doing something to her and she's like, can you do that again? I was just, that was crazy. And then when he came back to the wall and the way they took command of everyone, and then he became Lord Commander, that was awesome. And the fact that he might still, probably not, but he might become the Lord of Winterfell is awesome for me. And his direwolf came back. That was just so happy. I was so excited about that. That was awesome. It was amazing. I love that scene where his direwolf came back and then he became like elected Lord of the Command or Lord of the Watch. It was awesome. I love that. I was like, finally some good scenes where nothing is going wrong. But yeah, I love Jon Snow. He's awesome, and I love his storyline. His storyline was the best for me in this book. Arya. Now, Arya for me is awesome. I love her so much. She's also one of my favorite characters. Her and Jon are amazing, like I said. And I really liked her storyline as well. I really liked her relationship with the Hound, even though she left him to die. But I really liked the way that they kind of connected, I guess. And it kind of made me not worried, but I felt like there might be a possibility that she could end up being bad. But I feel like now that she's going to the east, it won't happen. I feel like now that she's going to go back to that guy who I can't remember his name. What is his name? I don't remember. But yeah, can she meet up with Daenerys? That would be really interesting. Like, whoa, that would be awesome. And I really would like Daenerys to interact with someone from Westeros who's a main character. Someone, please. And just because Arya's going in that direction, I just want them to meet up and become mighty, strong female characters who just rule everything. That would be awesome. Also, I ship Daenerys and Jon together for some reason, even though they never met, and even though they're really, really far from each other, and even though, you know, Ygritte and the fact that Jon is now the Lord Commander and he obviously can't be with anyone because that's not allowed. But I don't know, I ship them. I don't know why. And I have said ship so many times in this video, and it's probably like the first time I've said it in a video ever before. But yeah, Arya was great. I really, really liked her as a character, and just her storyline was great. I really liked when she was with Beric. That was really awesome, and the fact that she killed someone or has been killing lots of people is pretty cool as well. I also kind of ship her with Gendry or Gendry. I'm not sure, but not that much. It's kind of a just because they're together kind of thing, but not. It's just kind of a little ship. It's like a boat, a rowboat ship, a row. I row them together. Does that make sense? And then finally Daenerys. Daenerys, the last person I'm gonna talk about. I liked her storyline. I felt sad for Ser Jorah. I really wanted him to come back. I know he, you know, did all those things. He betrayed her, but I really like him. I don't know if I like him with her, but I like him near her, if that makes sense. And I like her storyline. I think it was interesting. And I like that she's becoming queen, and I can't wait for the dragons to get big. But for her storyline is starting to disinterest me a little bit, just because the only thing I want from her is for her dragons to get bigger and for her to go to Westeros. Like, I just want that so much that the fact that it's stalling and that now she's gonna stay where she is and not like even move is just kind of annoying to me. Like, I'm like, get over to Westeros already. My goodness, I want you there where all the things are happening, and so that you can interact with people, and maybe you can be meeting Jon and you can rule Westeros with him. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, that was my discussion about A Storm of Swords. I feel like there are still things that I've like missed out from the book. There's so many things that happened. It was crazy. If you want to talk to me about anything that happened in the book in the comment section below, or you have any suggestions or predictions for what's going to happen in the coming books, don't tell me what's going to happen in the coming books if you've already read it. If you haven't read the next books and you have predictions, go ahead. But if you know what's going to happen, don't spoil it, because I will be very angry. Very, very angry. So do not. Anger across the internet is scary. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye. Didn't come back to this character for 150 pages. No, thank you. No, you can't do that. I'm not gonna wait 150